Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we'll be discussing about Tableau parameters. As we already know, Tableau parameters is one of the most critical part of Tableau reporting, Tableau reports and dashboards. It helps us to dynamically control our access, our data, and even the calculations. So how do you create the parameters? So let's start this. So as we know, let's first go through the requirement, why do we need a parameter in this kind of requirement. So as you can see on the screen that I have a chart where I'm showing its region, and which is a hierarchy basically, which we already saw in the last video. And then we have the sales. So okay, this is what my users are accessing and my users will be seeing it. So in this view, what my user will be able to do it, that my user will be able to see the sales by region, like state or city. But what if my user say that I also want to see the profit, so instead of sales I want to see my profit. So this is one thing, what if we have to deliver this thing, I need to even add this thing profit separately in this, or I need to have a dual axis chart and all that, but I don't have that kind of requirement. I don't want to do that way. So what I just want to keep one measure, and this should change dynamically based on the user selection. When user wants to see sales, they will see the chart will show them sales. If the user wants to see it as profit, the chart will show them as profit. So for how we need to do it, let's check out. For this, what we need to do, we need to create a parameter. So how do you create a parameter? Just right click in any of the dimension, and you will see here create option. So create parameter. Okay, so this way, what you can do, you can have this thing, you can go to worksheet, and you can go to dashboard, you have analysis. So you have different options. There are different ways to create this parameter. You can create that. So for now, what I'll do, I'll just right click anywhere, and I'll say create parameter. I'll just click out this. So just create parameter, and here you see since I have clicked on postal code, so it was giving me the postal code information, so I don't want that. So I'll remove this information, and I will say new parameter, or let's say I'll give this name as select y-axis. Okay, so select y-axis data type. So what will be the data type? So I'll take it as a string for now. Okay, and I'll remove these things. Okay, and I'll give a list. Okay, so I'll give a list. So what will be the values here? So one will be sales, another will be profit. So I have given these two values. That is what I want. I can have any number of values what I want to show to the users. Okay, what I want to show to the users, and accordingly this all values will be shown to the users, so according to the users requirement obviously. So I have to given two values here. I'll just say okay. So the parameter is created. Now if you can see that a parameter is added on the worksheet, and I can just right click on that icon here, and I'll say that show parameter control. So I'm getting a parameter, a drop down here. You see that I can select sales, profit and all, but if you notice that it's not impacting my chart. So why? Since it is not impacting, because we have not linked this parameter to the axis, to the measures. So for that, what you have to do, we have to create a calculated field. So calculated column. So how do you do that? Calculated field and a calculated column. Again, you can click anywhere. You can just click on create calculated field. You can go to your analysis. Here you have create calculated field. So different ways to create that. It's all to you that how you want to create it. I'll again right click anywhere. Or there is some white space here. You can just click anywhere. If you come down, there is a white space. Just click here. Here also you will get. So create calculated field, create parameter and all that. It's up to you that what in which way you feel convenient. Okay, so I'll just right click here, say create, and I'll say create calculate field. It is coming with auto ID. I'll remove it, which I don't want. So I'll say it will be a calculation. So obviously I need to use this as a measure, so I'll name it as measure for axis. I'll just name it measure for axis. And so what I need to do, so what I want, whenever my user selects profit, the axis on the row shelf should change to profit. When it should be selected as sales, the measure should automatically change to sale. That is what I want. So what I'll do, I'll use a if condition. So I'll use if condition. People who don't know if conditions, or people who are still new to writing conditional statements, I'll recommend you to go through these help. So this is the help for each and every function available in Tableau. So you can just type here if, and you can see that how if it is written. So we'll try to use that same thing. So if parameter, so what is the thing, like what user is going to change? It is parameter. So I'll just start typing select y-axis equal to sales. Okay, that is what I am bringing up. Then okay, so then what should be there? If it is sales, then what? I'll take sales column. That is my column sales. Else, because since I have two options only, so it can be like true or false only. That is what. So if it is sales, then sales, else the next option, that is profit. So I'll take the profit option here. Okay, and then what I have to do, I have to just end this. So just end this condition. So here you see you have written over here if select y-axis, which is a parameter, is equal to sales, then sales column, use the sales column, else use the profit column, since we have only two options. So the calculation is valid. If the calculation is not perfect or something is missing and all, it will give you some errors. So this way it can tell you that what all information is missing, so you can fix that. So it is another way of helping you. And say okay. So the measure for access will be created. So a new measure is created, measure for access. What you have to do, you have to just remove this from here and add this thing here. So now you can see that this axis is showing you sales. Basically if you select profit, and I'll just use the same thing on labels. Okay, so here you see that 519 and all. So if it is nothing but profit, and for every region, and I can just move this to hierarchy, and when I select sales, these numbers are changed. So this will tell you that these are sales numbers. So these are sales number 2.5 million, 2.42, 1.59, 2.39. So these are all sales numbers. If you select this profit, here you see these are profit numbers. So I hope you like this, and the parameters are very useful part. Like this you can even do for x-axis with nothing but columns. Okay, you can have these things for colors or anything the way you want to see it. So this is how the parameters are created, and it is one of the most critical part of Tableau reporting. So just try out these things at your side, and if you have any questions, you can just post it here. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.